Okay, live.
So now I'll share. Yes.
Pranati. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Ajnanatimaranandasya Jnana Shalakaya Chakshunmel Tamyena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupam Kadamayam Tadati Swatpadatikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Pada Kamalam Shri Guru Vaishnavam Cha Shri Rupam Sagarajatam Sahagana Raghunathavitam Tam Sa Jivam Sadvaitam Sadhu Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahaguna Lalita Shri Vishakha Vitam Cha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Deenabandhu Jagatpate Gopisa Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namastute Vancha Kalpatura Sorry Tapta Kanchana
Gaurangi.
Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishmanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hare Priye Vancha Kalpaturupascha Kripa Sindhubheva Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavibhyo Namo Namaha Namo Brahmanya Devaya Go Brahmanya Hitaya Cha Jagaditaya Krishnaya Govindaya Namo Namaha Namo Mahavadhanaya Krishna Prema Padayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namane Gauratishve Namaha Gurave Gaura Gurave, right? Yesterday, Gurave Gaura Chandraya Radhikai Tadalaye Krishnaya Krishna Bhaktaya Tad Bhaktaya Namo Namaha Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Prastaya Bhutale Srimati Bhakti Vedanta Swami Iti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschata Dishatarine Panchatattva Krishnam Bhakta Rupa Swarupam Bhakta Vataram Bhaktaikyam Namami Bhakta Sakitam
Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya
Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Sri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna.
Hare Krishna, yes. Once, I will show you that, I have that, but I think I've written in Tamil, I think. I'll make it in English and show you. Each Pranatika, the meanings I have it. So I can show it to you. Only Prasanna Chitta is not done. All others have done, no? Renamed. Okay, fine. Now we will go to our session. So every day 15 minutes goes in talking. That's okay. That's also information is also required, no? So... but we cannot extend the time, so we have to finish. Yeah, so today, welcome. Now after Pranati, I'm just welcoming you all. Welcome to Bhakti Shastri course, batch second, and we are in the module 2, the 7th chapter. And mostly, even today, we will not be able to finish. Mostly, by tomorrow, we will finish this, and we can go through the PPT. After that, we can go to the, we didn't do the shloka. Shloka we'll do by the end of the class. And after that, we will go to 8th chapter. And the 8th chapter, you'll start getting the questions for assessment. And then you'll have that open book and closed book and all. I don't know when Mataji, I will ask Mataji for guidance when that this exam has to be conducted. Okay. Till that time, you'll be just learning. And at home also, if you go through, it will be a little more helpful when you can understand much better. If at all, if you get time. Yes, who is taking? Please raise hand so that I will know who are all prepared. Like you are all free and you're all willing to read. Otherwise, I will have to read. Vaishnavi Mataji, yes, start Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Kamaste te vitagnyana prapatyante nya dev. Anyadeva tam tam niyamamastha.
Always, whenever
Prakriti.
that apostrophe comes, anya, a, you add a, okay? It will be clear to understand. You didn't know that, yes. Last time,
I'll do once again. कामैस्तैस्तैर्हृतज्ञानः प्रपद्यन्त्यन्यदेवतः तं तं नियममास्थाय प्रकृत्या नियता स्वया. Synonyms by Divine Shla Prabhupada ki jai. Kamai, by the desires, Tai various, Hrita, deprived of, Dhyana, knowledge, Prapadyante, surrender, Anya, to other, Devata, demigods, Tam corresponding, Niyamam, regulations, Asthaya, following, Prakriti, by nature, Niyata, controlled, Svaya, by their own. Translation by Divine Shla Prabhupada ki jai. Those whose intelligence has been stolen by material desires surrender unto demigods and follow the particular rules and regulations of worship according to their own natures.
Can you make out what
Purport-
exactly is said in this? You can
yes,
find,
Mataji.
no, like each demigod का अलग-अलग वार भी रहते हैं, अलग-अलग week. अरे Tuesday means गणपति को पूज रहे हैं. Why not on Wednesday and Sunday? No. Wednesday is some other, Muruga, or Thursday ko that some other Ayyappa. I mean, I don't know about war because I'm not into that. But each day, even that is also, some people have their own way of worshipping. It's not, nothing is said as wrong or right. But ultimately, what? The root is who? It is Krishna. That much understanding you can have and start believing everything, no problem. But within our mind, what we have to know is the root is Krishna. Whether you're putting water to the flower or the leaf or that the twigs or the trunk or whatever, ultimately the water has to go into the root. Then only the root only can supply water to the other parts of the plants. Let's say like our body also. Only little concept we have to keep it clear. What for a heart this vegetable is good. For tomato, if you eat your nice cheeks, you'll become what. For eyes and all, carrot is good and all. They say, are you putting the carrots and this to directly to the eyes and nose and all that? No. What we do is we eat through mouth. It goes inside the stomach, and the juices that this enzymes, whatever, like the proteins or vitamins, that gets supplied to each parts of the body, and that helps. The same way. People whose intelligence are stolen by material desire. I want more job, and then you know what? You have to go to that temple which is there on the hilltop. Go there, break coconuts for 7 days, for 10 days, something. Somebody will say like that. You do that, and ultimately, so oh yes, I got good marks. Oh yeah, that job which I wanted, I got it. Then you get blind faith. Oh, mandir mein jayega to mera kaam hota hai. So these people are all materialistic people. So all this intelligence stolen by material desires, what they do, they surrender unto demigods. Is Bhagavan easy stopping? Is Krishna stopping? No, don't do that.
He says he increases their faith, Mataji.
Yes. You have already read then. You remember what you read in level 2. Yes. He's saying, oh, very good. At least you're doing something. No, carry on. I will help you in having that belief. He says that. And follow the particular rules. And they have their own rules and regulation to worship according to their own nature. Again, what? According to their own nature. The tamas guna, the tamo guna, mode of ignorance. If the person is in mode of ignorance, he'll have his own way of, that we say, that Muruga ka, that I don't know, in our where I stay, they have that procession and all they take. They put that hook on their this and all. There was many like harsh way of doing, the devotion, that's very harsh on your body. Anyway, that is their worship. We are nobody to comment on that. But there are different, according to your own nature, you do, you do that worshipping. So it differs that way also. According to their own nature, they do worship. And now, purport, what Prabhuji,
Yes, Mataji. They also say if any demigod is pleased by your worship, the best thing which they can give you is Krishna Bhakti.
Yes. Read Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Purport by Divine Shla Prabhupada ki jai. Those who are freed from all material contamination surrender unto the Supreme Lord and engage in devotional service. As long as the material contamination is not completely washed off, they are by nature non-devotees. But even those who have material desires and who resort to Supreme Lord are not so much attracted by external nature, because approaching the right goal, they will become free from all material lust. In Srimad Bhagavatam, it is recommended that whether one is a pure devotee and is freed from all material desires, or is full of material desires, or desires liberation from material contamination, he should in all cases surrender to Vasudeva and worship him, as stated in the Bhagavatam.
2.3.10.
Yes,
You can read.
yes, Mantaji.
There's some sound from your house.
Yes, Mantaji. Mantaji, I'll stop. Mantaji, there's a lot of disturbance.
Lot of
Mantaji.
disturbance. Okay. Can somebody else can take up? Yeah, Vamshidhar Prabhuji, you have raised hand, no? Are you free?
Yeah, Hare Krishna, Mother.
Yeah. From
From
Akama Sarva Kamova.
yeah, Akamaka, purport by divine, His divine grace, Prabhupada ki jai. Akama sarva kama va moksha kama udharathi tivrena bhakti yogena yajata purusham param. One second. Yeah, less intelligent people who have lost their spiritual sense take shelter of demigod of immediate fulfillment of material desire. Generally, such people do not go to the Supreme Personality of Godhead because they are in the lower mode of nature, ignorance, and passion, and therefore worship various demigods following the rules and regulations of worship. They are satisfied. The worshipper of demigod are motivated by small desires and do not know how to reach the supreme goal. But a devotee of the Supreme Lord is not misguided because in Vedic literature there are recommendations for worshipping different gods for different purposes. Example, distressed man is recommended to worship.
Deceased man is recommended to worship the sun.
Deceased man is recommended to worship the sun. Those who are not devotee of the Lord think that for certain purpose demigods are better than the Supreme Lord, but a pure devotee knows that the Supreme Lord Krishna is the master of all. In the Chaitanya Charitamrita, Adi 5.142, it is said that Ishvara Krishna are Sabhu Mritya. Only the Supreme Personality of Godhead Krishna is master and all others are servant. Therefore, a pure devotee never goes to demigod for satisfaction for his material needs. He is depend on the Supreme Lord. And the pure devotee is satisfied with whatever he gives. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So what is best to be better to be a devotee than be a, that less intelligent person. We need not be like that. So why this one particular thing? A deceased man is recommended to worship the Lord. Why? Scientifically, it is proven, no? Take vitamin D. People who are abroad where the sun is not seen at all. People say, no, we are all born in India. We are all living in India. We are much, much, much better. And India is surrounded by India. I don't know about Dubai and all. I've never been there. But the other extreme, that nearing North Pole and in all that, they're able to see the sun. So without sun, you get some benefit out of the sun. Vitamin D, that is what is recommended. So they are all asked to, a deceased man means what? With skin disease and all, they're asked to be out, during sunrise, early morning, not in the afternoon. Early night, when the sun rises, that time it gives, that sunrise is good for your skin. So you don't get skin disease. You can avoid that. So that deceased man is recommended to worship the sun. So worshipping sun is what? Stand in the sun and do that archem and all they do. They have some prayers and all that they do. So everything is scientifically is also proven that it is good enough. No, I mean, not a bad thing. And Chaitanya Charitamrita Adilila 5.142 also says, Ekela Ishvara Krishna. There's only one God, Krishna alone. Ara Sabda Brityava. Others are all what? We are all servitors of the Lord. Yes, who is reading? Biju Prabhuji. Yeah. Yam.
Hare Krishna.
Next.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Text 21. Yo yam tanu bhakta shraddayarchu michiti tasya chalam shraddham tameva vidhan dhamyaham.
Synonyms.
Synonyms. Ya, ya. Yo, yo, ya, ya. Whoever. Yam, yam. Whichever. Tanu. Form of a demigod. Bhakta. Devotee. Shraddhaya. With faith. Architum. To worship. Ichhati. Desires. Tasya, tasya. To him. Achalam. Steady. Shraddham. Faith. Tam. That. Eva. Surely. Vidha.
Vidadhami.
Vidadhami, give, aham, I. Translation and purport by Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Translation: I am in everyone's heart as a super soul. As soon as one desires to worship some demigod, I make his faith steady so that he can devote himself to that particular deity.
So nice, no? Which God says that even materially, if you see, hey, you cannot do that. You have to follow whatever I say. But Krishna is not so harsh, He is there in everyone's heart as Paramatma. Oh, you don't believe in me. You want to believe some other demigod, no problem. They are all representative of me. I've given one department, the Lakshmi ko bola hai. I given Lakshmi a department of giving away money. I've given Saraswati, that department where she can give knowledge. There's what Ganpati, I gave him a department where he can give Vigna Vinashak. We say that, no obstacles should come. Only when you pray Ganpati, he removes all the obstacles in going ahead with spiritual practices. So I have given them those department heads. I am the prime minister, and then the cabinet, I have so many ministers, but you think only that minister is good enough. He is only going to give you whatever benefit you want. No problem. Carry on. He doesn't stop. But only that back of your mind, be very clear that I am the Supreme Master. I am the Prime Minister. Under my instruction, all these ministers are working. Only that awareness should be there. Otherwise, nobody says we should not, worship Lakshmi or Ganpati or nothing. We can worship everyone, but back of our mind, we have to be very clear with our concept. Yes, Prabhuji,
Perfect. God has given independence to everyone. Therefore, if a person desires to have material enjoyment and wants very sincerely to have such facilities from the material demigods, the Supreme Lord, as Super Soul in everyone's heart, understands and gives facilities to such persons. As the Supreme Father of all living entities, he does not interfere with their independence, but gives all facilities so that they can fulfill their material desires. Some may ask why the all-power God gives facilities to these living entities for enjoying the material world, and so let them fall into the trap of the illusionary energy. The answer is that if the Supreme Lord as Super Soul does not give such facilities, then there is no meaning to the independence. Therefore, he gives everyone full independence, whatever one likes, but his ultimate instruction we find in Bhagavad Gita, one should give up all other engagements and fully surrender onto him. That will make man happy.
So
Both the
you can explain something a little bit.
Yeah, quickly, as you explained already, Mataji, so there are various demigods, and if there is any desire for a human being to worship a particular demigod, then the Supreme doesn't obstruct it. In fact, he permits your independence for choosing, and in fact, he facilitates in the process to have complete faith in that particular demigod.
The main thing is he has given freedom. That is so very important. We don't have the culture of, 4 time namaz padna hai to padna hi hai. That you are on every Sunday, you have to come to church. If you don't come, I will ask that father will ask, where is your wife? Why she is not coming? Why the children is not coming? Why your husband is? They have all strict regulations. Ours know in which temple is asking us, you come and pray and go. So there's no, in Bhagavad Gita, Krishna doesn't say you have to. No, if you do it, that freedom is given. So you openly is giving us freedom to, if you desire to, worship some other demigods for some material benefit, go ahead. I will help you in, fulfilling that. That freedom he has given us. Yes, Prabhuji. Next also.
Both the living entity and the demigods are subordinate to the will of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Therefore, the living entity cannot worship the demigod by his own desire, nor can the demigod bestow any benediction without the Supreme will. As it is said, not a blade of grass moves without the will of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Generally, persons who are distressed in the material world go to the demigods, as they are advised in the Vedic literature. A person wanting some particular thing may worship such and such a demigod. For example, a deceived person in recommendation to worship the sun god. A person wanting education may go worship goddess of learning Saraswati, and a person wanting a beautiful wife may worship the goddess Uma, the wife of Lord Shiva. In this way, they are recommendation in Shastras for different modes of worship of different demigods. And because a particular living entity wants to enjoy a particular material facility, the Lord inspires him with a strong desire to achieve that benediction from that particular demigod. And so he successfully receives a benediction. The particular mode of devotional attitude of the living entity towards a particular type of demigod is also arranged by the Supreme Lord. The demigods cannot infuse the living entities with such a affinity, but because he is the Supreme Lord or the Super Soul who is present in the hearts of all living entities, Krishna gives impetus to the man to worship certain demigods. The demigods are actually different parts of the universal body of the Supreme Lord. Therefore, they have no independence. In the Vedic literature, it is stated the Supreme Personality of Godhead as Super Soul is also present within the heart of the demigods. Therefore, he arranges through the demigods to fulfill the desires of the living entities. But both the demigods and the living entity are dependent on the supreme will. They are not independent.
The moral,
So again,
moral of the story is what? Yeah, tell me, Prabhuji. Yes.
so this is again an slightly expansion of the earlier
Yes,
comment.
yes.
So where there's a little more clarity given that both the living entity and the demigod are not independent. They're dependent on supreme will. And again, the super soul is present in both demigod and the living entity. And the strong desire again is getting fulfilled because of the will of the super soul. It is mentioned again, not a single grass would move without the will of the supreme Lord.
Yes. And even demigods cannot benedict, they cannot give us any benediction without his
the
instruction.
permission.
He has to sanction. Krishna has to sanction, then only they can give us. Yes.
Yes,
So have you this understood? No, I hope everyone has understood. Now we'll go to the next one, Vamshidhar Prabhuji, and then Prasanna Chitta Prabhuji can take up. Yeah.
Hare Krishna.
Yeah.
21.
Shraddhaya yuktas.
Sataya Shraddhaya yuktas tasya aradhanam ihate labhate cha tata kaman mayeva vihitan hitan.
Synonyms.
Navinsa. Okay. Sa he taya, with that Shraddhaya, inspiration, yuktaha, endowed, tasya, of that demigod, aradhanam, for the worship, ihate, he aspires, labhate, obtain, cha, and tatha, for that kamaha, his desire, aya, by me,
Maya, not Maya.
Maya,
by me.
Maya.
Not Maya. Maya is different. Maya.
Maya. Yeah. By me, Eva alone, Vihita, arranged. He certainly done those. Translation: His Divine Grace, Prabhupada ki jai. Endowed with such a faith, he endeavors to worship a particular demigod and obtain his desire, but in actually these benefits are bestowed by me alone.
Hare Krishna.
The demigods cannot award benediction to their devotee without the permission of the Supreme Lord. The living entity may forget that everything is the property of the Supreme Lord, but the demigods do not forget. So that worship of demigods and achievement of desires results are due not to the demigods but to the Supreme Personality of Godhead by arrangement. The less intelligent living entity does not know this, and therefore he foolishly goes to the demigods for some benefit. But the pure devotees when in need of something, prays only to the Supreme Lord. Asking for material benefit, however, is not a sign of a pure devotee. A living entity goes to the demigods usually because he is mad to fulfill his lust. This happens when something undue is desired by the living entity and the Lord himself does not fulfill the desire. In the Chaitanya Charitamrita, it is said that one who worships the Supreme Lord and at the same time desire material enjoyment is contradictory. His desires devotional service to the Supreme Lord and the worship of a demigod cannot be on the same platform because worship of a demigod is material and devotional service to the Supreme Lord is completely spiritual.
Spiritual means what? You have to explain, Prabhuji, in two lines.
Hare Krishna. So usually people are more desires. The people are fulfilling to desires their lust because they have lust unfulfilled desires. So usually they choose the easy path, devotional demigods. They worship demigods, do different yagna, homa, different things they do, but they only satisfy their temporary needs only. But when devotee, pure devotee, he will not do the two things at same time. And also the pure devotee also worship Krishna, but the pure devotee never ever ask for his lusty desires fulfillment for cravings for the Supreme Lord Krishna.
Yes, and the last line, see, because what is it? Devotional service to the Supreme Lord and the worship of demigod cannot be on the same platform. Because why? Because worship of demigod is material. I want more marks, I want more money, I want more, something, that is material. But whereas devotee will never ask for anything. He will do anything just to please the Lord. I am doing japa to please the Lord. I've come to Bhakti Shastri, I'm doing not for my pride. I am pleasing the Lord by learning all this. It should be that spirit one should have. Then only you become a bhakta and pure bhakta. So, because worship of demigod is material and devotional service to the Supreme Lord is completely spiritual. So we are all in the spiritual platform. Yes, this also we read, Prabhuji, for the living entity.
For the living entity, those who desires to return to Godhead, material desires are impediment. A pure devotee of the Lord is therefore not awarded the material benefits deserved by less intelligent living entity. Who therefore prefer to worship demigods of the material world rather than engage in the devotional service of the Supreme Lord. Hare Krishna.
You can find actually there are many there's acharyas who are made to be so poor. One Chaurashtakam, I think, Chaurashtakam. That, I will, when I get time, and I wish we had classes on Saturdays also. So relaxingly we can take class. In that, he says, Kya mujhe bana diya? You have made me a bhikhari. You made me the street urchin type, No, how you made me penniless. I've become so this. What are you? I'm going to hold you. The Chaurashtakam is, what? Krishna is chor, na? So you are a big thief. He says like that in that, bhajan. You're a big thief. I'm going to, catch hold of you and I will exile you. Where I'm going to put you in jail? In my heart. I will see to it that I will lock you up in my heart in such a way, I will not release you at all. You're such a big thief. Because you made me pauper. You made me penniless. You made me such a miserable situation that I cannot have any other desire than to only pray, do devotion to you. Indirect way, we say, indirect advertisement and all, you can see, that Amulka ad and all, you really enjoy that, I remember that, one, I think which namak, Tata namak or something. Oh, so boring, doesn't touch. It doesn't get, sticky. It is not at all sticky. Normally salt becomes soggy, after some days. But they are going to advertise in such a way that it is so nice, nothing sticks, there is sarse gir rahe, hey, what? It is just flowing, that salt is flowing like that in a negative advertisement. That Chaurashtakam, when I read, oh, such a beautiful, acharyas have become, they have given us what? This, what moti, all that treasures which we can relish. Yes, Hare Krishna. Yes, 23 who's going to read? Prasanna Chitta Prabhuji. Yes. And whoever yesterday missed Shravanananda Prabhuji and all, no? Even Mataji's and Arunaksha Prabhuji. Yes. Be
Hare
attentive.
Krishna, Mataji.
Yeah, please.
23rd, Mataji. Hare
Om
Krishna.
Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. I can
Om
hear you.
Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Antavatto palam tesham tadbhavati alpamedasam devan deva yajño yanti madbhakta yanti mam api.
Almo. Synonyms.
Antavat, perishable. Two, but. Palam, fruit. Tesham, there. Tat, that. Bhavati, becomes. Alpamedasam, of those of small intelligence. Devan, to the demigods. Deva Yajna, the worshippers of the demigods. Yanti, go. Mat, my. Bhakta, devotees. Yanti, go. Mam, to me. Api, also. Translation and purport by Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Men of small intelligence worship the demigods, and their fruits are limited and temporary. Those who worship the demigods go to the planets of the demigods, but my devotees ultimately reach my supreme planet.
So which is the preferable place? Why did he saying like that? You must have learned in 15th chapter. My Dhamma is always Prakash and everything. Once you come there, you never go down. No, there is no chance of falling down at all. Yes, Prabhuji.
Nanivartante tadhamam paramam bhavam.
Yes, Paramam Mama. Yes.
Mama.
Yeah, that shloka, correct. So, but which is the best place? Other demigods, planets, and all you worship, some demigod, you will go there. But what? That is temporary. Again,
Not
when annihilation
permanent.
happens, everything will get annihilated, the major annihilation. But the person who comes to my dham, that place will never get annihilated. It is always Prakashmai. I mean, that shloka says all that. So, but less intelligent people always want temporary, limited. So, for example, a school-going kid, oh, I want more marks, I want more marks, I want more. After getting marks, he's become so happy, that's all over. Then what? Admission into the college. Oh, really wanted that, IIT or something, admission. Once he gets, he becomes happy. Like, he must be praying to the demigod. After that, what? Is it over? Is he going to be happy forever? No, it's only temporary. After that, he will want more good jobs, well-paying jobs and then he will say, I want to go abroad. It's all endless. That material things are all endless. It's all limited. I mean, it's only temporary and limited only. But whereas Krishna will bestow everything. Just pray Krishna, he will give you knowledge, he will give you, because he has opulence, so much. He will give knowledge, he will give money, he will give fame, everything he will give. So why go to different department when one department go direct there and he is going to benedict, give us everything. So that is how we have to understand. Yes, purport. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Purport. Some commentators on the Bhagavad Gita say that one who worships a demigod can reach the Supreme Lord. But here it is clearly stated that the worshippers of demigods go to the different planetary systems where various demigods are situated. Just as a worshipper of the sun achieves the sun, or a worshipper of a demigod of the moon achieves the moon, similarly, if anyone wants to worship a demigod like Indra, can attain that particular god's planet. It is not that everyone, regardless of whatever demigod is worshipped, will reach the Supreme Personality of Godhead. What is denied here,
that is denied here.
That is denied here, for it is clearly stated that the worshippers of demigods go to different planets in the material world. But the devotee of the Supreme Lord goes directly to the Supreme Planet of the Supreme Personality of Godhead.
Jackpot. You hit that what do you call? What is that? I forgot the word.
Bullseye.
What is that?
Bullseye.
Bullseye, yes. Just on the dot in between, that middle one, yes, we are hitting that target. So for that, what we are going to do? Are we going to stand on one leg, grow dadi, body and all that? No, anna, ahar, nothing. Are you going to fast? No, nothing. Be simple. Just get up early in the morning, do japa. Go to do your work also. Always remember God, offer everything to God, and then you take it, whether it's your food or your clothes or anything, whatever you buy. Whatever you buy means what? Whatever you want to use. It may be a comb or anything. Just offer it to the Lord. Anything and everything should be an offering to the Lord, and then you use it for eating or anything. Then that we become a true bhakta. Then he feels, nice. Perfect. Yes, Prabhu. Oh, where you read?
Here the point may be raised that if the demigod are different parts of the body of the Supreme Lord, then the same end should be achieved by worshipping them. However, worshippers of the demigods are less intelligent because they don't know to what part of the body food must be supplied. Some of them are so foolish that they claim that there are many parts and many ways to supply food. This isn't very
Thank you.
sanguine. Can anyone supply food to the body through their ears and eyes? They do not know that these demigods are different parts of the universal body of the Supreme Lord. And in their ignorance, they believe that each and every demigod is a separate god and a competitor of the Supreme Lord.
So this already we discussed. No, we cannot by eating also anything good to the heart or good to eyes or good to something. We only put it in mouth and it goes to the belly only. It gets digested there only. And like watering the plant also. A nice flowering plant is there. I don't want to put the water into the this, flower or leaf and all. Just pour it in the soil. It's enough. Krishna is there as a root. But these less intelligent people think all demigods are different gods. I have to, keep this one week, not 1 week, 1 day for this, in a week, 7 days for different demigods. People, pray that way. That is all foolishness. You can do, but provided you keep in your mind that Krishna is everything. That is awareness which one should have. Yes. Prabhuji, you wanted to say something? I just took over.
No, Mataji, not
Okay.
only are the demigods parts of the Supreme Lord, but ordinarily living entities are also. In the Srimad Bhagavatam, it is stated that the Brahmanas are the head of the Supreme Lord. The Kshatriyas are his arms, the Vaishyas are his waist. The Sudras are his legs, and all serve different functions. Regardless of the situation, if one knows that both the demigods and he himself are part and parcel of the Supreme Lord, his knowledge is perfect. But if he does not understand this, he achieves different planets where the demigods reside. This is not the same destination the devotee reaches.
Very bold. Where that destination of a pure devotee? It's only Krishna Dham. So if this we can get Goloka chart. If you can get Goloka chart from our ISKCON Mangaluru, well and good. Some earlier when I was teaching L3, there was no stock. People were wanting to buy. There was no stock. You buy this. I have it here. You cannot see. For teachers and all, they had given Prabhuji, NND Prabhuji had given. So I got it in my house. I got it framed also. So each why I'm saying is Devi Dham is different. Where Shiv, Lord Shiva is staying in a different Dham. It's all in material world only. Spiritual, of course, I mean, it's all going to get annihilated at one point of time. So that is what is said here. And so when living entities are also like Brahmanas Brahmanas not again through that lineage. He is born in a Brahmana family, so he's Brahmana. No person even as a chamar, like lower caste, but caste by family wise. But he's so devoted and all. He can be considered as Brahmanas like that. Kshatriyas are very powerful. They are considered as arms, and Vaishyas are waist, and Shudras are legs. Well, we walk and we do all that is working senses, like that. So Shudras will always do service. Okay, the last paragraph you can read and you can go to the.
The results achieved by the demigods' benedictions are perishable because within this material world, the planets, the demigods, and their worshippers are all perishable. Therefore, it is clearly stated in this verse that all results achieved by worshipping demigods are perishable. And therefore, such worship is performed by the less intelligent living entity. Because the pure devotee engaged in Krishna consciousness in devotional service of the Supreme Lord achieves eternal blissful existence, that is full of knowledge. His achievements and those of the common worshipper of the demigods are different. The Supreme Lord is unlimited. His favor is unlimited. His mercy is unlimited. Therefore, the mercy of the Supreme Lord upon his devotees is unlimited.
So the verdict is what? Always depend on Krishna for everything. For your marks, for your getting married, or you want to have kids, your promotion, everything and anything and everything, depend on Krishna. He will take care of everything. So we need to just worship him only. Yes, Prabhuji, Shravanananda Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandavat Pranam.
Avyaktam Vyaktimapannam
अव्यक्तं व्यक्तिमापन्नं मन्यते माम्
मन्यन्ते माम् अबुद्धयः बुद्धि
बुद्धे परं भावम् अजानन्तो ममाव्ययम् अनुत्तमम्
Hari bol. Synonyms.
अव्यक्तं नान् मैनिफेस्टेड व्यक्तिं पर्सनालिटी आपा आपन्नम achieved मन्यन्ते think माम me अबुद् अबुद्धया less intelligent persons param supreme bhavam existence ajanantah without knowing mama my avyayam imperishable anuttamam the finest translation and purport given by AC Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Unintelligent men who do not know me perfectly, think that I, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna, was impersonal before and have now assumed this personality. Due to their small knowledge, they do not know my higher nature, which is imperishable and supreme.
For example, what? Krishna has come in the form of a small child as a cow herding boy. So people think what? He is a god.
Brahma Indra,
Even during his times, there were many enemies. They never believed in God. They never thought that he's a, but whereas there were devotees like, the gopis and all that, anything they will do for the Lord. Know that pastime when Krishna was having a bad headache, he said, my bhaktas ka charan dhool, that mud below their feet. I want to apply that. Then only my headache will go. Nobody was willing to give, not even the great sages and all. They said, what? Our feet ka dhool and I have to apply, I have to give it to the Lord. That is not possible, he said. They said. But the gopikas, gopis and all, they were willing to give. I said, if you do that, you'll get all papas, for thousands of janma, you will, incur papa. You'll have to take rebirth. That's okay. When we get anything, it's okay. But Krishna is having headache. We don't mind giving him our, charan dhool. That should be this bhakti should be that way. So there are people who do not understand. They think he has come in the form of a small covered boy. But his supreme nature, they didn't know. They do not know their Bhagwan's higher nature, which is imperishable and supreme. Yes, Papa, you can read, Prabhuji.
Perfect. Those who are worshippers of demigods have been described as less intelligent persons, and here the impersonalists are similarly described. Lord Krishna, in his personal form, is here speaking before Arjuna, and still, due to ignorance, impersonalists argue that the Supreme Lord ultimately has no form. Yamunacharya, a great devotee of the Lord, the disciplic succession of Ramanujacharya has written a very appropriate verse in this connection. He says, Tvam Shila Rupa Charitai Parama Prakshtai Satvena Satvena Satvikataya Prabalaischa Shastrai Prakyatha Daiva Paramartha Vidham Mataischa Naivasura Prakritayah Prabhavanti Buddhum. My dear Lord, my devotees like Vasudeva and Narada know you to be the personality of Godhead. By understanding different Vedic literatures, one can come to know your characteristics, your form, and your activities, and one can thus understand that you are the supreme personality of Godhead. But those who are in the modes of passion and ignorance, the demons and the non-devotees, cannot understand you. They are unable to understand you. However expert such non-devotees may be in discussing Vedanta and the Upanishads and other Vedic literatures, it is not possible for them to understand the Supreme Personality of Godhead.
Stotra Ratna 12. In that also it is given like that only. Non-devotee. Yani who? Even the Vedic scholars, to from our angle, from a materialistic angle, if you see, scholar, they know that literature, this literature, but of no use if they do not understand the Lord. Yeah. Now, next
in the
also.
Brahma Samhita, it is stated that the personality of Godhead cannot be understood simply by the study of the Vedanta literature. Only by the mercy of the Supreme Lord can the personality of the Supreme be known. Therefore, in this verse, it is clearly stated that not only are the worshipper of the demigods very less intelligent, but those non-devotees who are engaged in Vedanta and speculations on Vedic literature without any tinge of true Krishna consciousness are also less intelligent. For them, it is not possible to understand God's personal nature. Persons who are under the impressions that the absolute truth is impersonal are described as abuddhayaha, which
Buddhayaha. Buddhi nahi hai. They don't have buddhi. Then, which means
means those who do not know the ultimate feature of the absolute truth. In the Srimad Bhagavatam, it is stated that the supreme realization begins from the impersonal Brahman and then rises to localized super soul. But the ultimate word in the absolute truth is the supreme personality of Godhead. Modern impersonalists are still less intelligent, for they do not even follow their great predecessor
Shankaracharya.
Shankaracharya, who has specifically stated that Krishna is the supreme personality of Godhead. Impersonalists, therefore, not knowing the supreme truth, think Krishna to be the only the son of the Devaki and Vasudeva,
Or a
or
prince.
a prince, or a powerful living entity. This is also condemned in the Bhagavad Gita 9.11. Avajananti mamudha.
Manushi.
Manushim tanum ashritam. Only fools regard me as an ordinary person. The
Because why?
fact is,
Avajananti mam. They do not know about me. Actual what I am, they do not know. Avajananti. Mam. They do not know me, about me. Muda. Muda manusha. All that muda, all that what fools. Because they feel they think I'm just a tanumashi. I'm just an ordinary person. They think like that. The fact is that
no one can understand Krishna without rendering devotional service and without developing Krishna consciousness. The Bhagavatam 10.14.29 confirms this. Atapite deva padambuja dvaya prasada lesangrita evahi janati tattvam bhagavan mahimno Nachanya eko api chiram within one. My lord, if one is favored by even a slight trace of the slight trace m- of the mercy of your lotus feet, he can understand the greatness of your personality. But those who speculate to understand the supreme personality of Godhead are unable to know you, even though they continue to study the Vedas for many years. One cannot understand the supreme personality of Godhead Krishna or his form, quality, and name simply by mental speculation or by discussing Vedic literature. One must understand him by devotional service. When one is fully engaged in Krishna consciousness, beginning by chanting the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, then only one can understand the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Non-devotee impersonalists think that Krishna has a body made up of material nature, and that all his activities, his form, and everything are Maya. These impersonalists are known as Mayavadis. They do not know the ultimate truth. The
wait,
20th verse,
two more are there. Can you read, Prabhuji? Yeah. Will not
yes,
stop.
Mother.
Yeah.
The 20th verse clearly states,
Kame.
Kamaistair Hrita Jnana Prapadyante Anya Devatah. Those who are blinded by lusty desires surrender unto the different demigods. It is accepted that besides the supreme personality of Godhead, there are demigods who have their different planets, and the Lord has also has planet. As stated in the 23rd verse, Devan Devan Deva Yajo Yanti Madbhakta Yanti Mam Api.
मत भक्त
That
अलग से पढ़ने का देवान देव यजो यान्ति मत भक्ता my bhaktas what they do yanti mam api they come to me only the worshippers
the worshippers of the demigods go to the different planets of the demigods, and those who are devotees of the Lord Krishna go to the Krishna Loka planet. Although this is clearly stated that the foolish impersonalists still maintain that the Lord is formless, and that these forms are impositions. From the study of the Gita, does it appear that the demigod and their abodes are impersonal? Clearly, Neither the demigods nor Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, are impersonal. They are all persons. Lord Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead and he has his own planet, and the demigods have theirs.
So this
Therefore,
can be
the
negated. They are all impersonal. No, how can that be possible? They are all persons. They all have a form, and they
it
have
is
their own dharma also. They have their own
yes,
abode also. Yes. Prabhuji,
it is
last.
like sun rays, like it is like sun rays, sun.
Yes,
We
yes,
are we always think that only sun rays, but sun planet is also there.
yes,
So
yes.
like that they have a planet. So
That's the right
therefore the monistic contention
contention.
that ultimate truth is formless and the form is imposed does not hold true. It is clearly stated that here that it is not imposed. From the Bhagavad Gita, we can clearly understand that the forms of the demigods and the form of the Supreme Lord are simultaneously existing, and that Lord Krishna is Satchidananda, eternal, blissful, and knowledge. The Vedas also confirm that Supreme Absolute Truth is Anandamayo Abhyasha.
Where are you? See, you are the Vedic literature confirms that supreme absolute truth is knowledge and blissful pleasure. Vijnanam Anandam Brahma. I think you skipped one line. Vijnanam Anandam Brahma. Brahadaranyaka Upanishad 3.9.28. And that he is a reservoir of unlimited auspicious qualities. Ananta
Oh,
Kalyana Gunatmako Asau. This is given in Vishnu Purana
sorry,
also.
sorry.
So
Actually, I'm
many
reading.
scriptures are giving that.
Yes, yes.
And in
Actually, I'm
Gita
reading.
also.
Yes, yes, Mate.
Yeah.
Okay. So actually, I'm reading from book, but the book is
Maybe some version it was not there.
some. Sorry,
Here,
the Vedic literature confirms that the supreme absolute truth is knowledge and blissful pleasure. Vijnanam, Anandam, Brihada
Brahadaranyaka Upanishad.
Aranya Upanishad 3.9.28, and that he is the reservoir of unlimited auspicious qualities. Ananta Kalyana Gunatmako Asau. Vishnu Purana 6.5.84, and in the Gita, the Lord says that although he is Aja, unborn, he still appears. These are the facts that we should understand from the Bhagavad Gita. We cannot understand how Supreme Personality of Godhead can be impersonal. The imposition theory of the impersonalist monist is false as far as the statements of the Bhagavad Gita are concerned. It is clear herein that the supreme absolute truth, the Lord, has both form and personality.
Personality.
Hare
So
Krishna.
here they have written about Shankaracharya. Even Shankaracharya, though Advaitic principle he holds, he still says Bhaja Govinda, he says, no, that strong, everybody must be aware. He has written that Bhaja Govindam, Govindam Bhaja Moodamate. Mooda say, what fools, bhajan karo. And what else he says? Don't go by the grammar. Samprapte
संप्राप्ते
sankalpe
सन्निहिते
kale.
काले नाहि रक्षति दुष्कृत.
Dukran. You keep doing that, by hearting those verses without knowing the facts, and you're going to the grammar part of it, do this, do that. That is of no use. You have to understand Krishna. That is more important. He says that, but the followers do not believe in all that. So what is the safest place is believing Krishna as a Lord, and that is, I think the other things are all there's self-explanatory. Yeah. And many this is given. Okay, we'll stop here. 24 minutes, 25 will take only 5, I think 6 more verses. Stop here and then we'll read that shlokas quick. Memorization, 2-3 people, many people are there, no? I'll just share now. Whichever shloka you want to take up, you can take up and just quick. No, you can today also know this translation. Just read the shlokas and we'll finish. Hare Krishna. Who is taking up? Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Yes, raise hand. That will be easy, no? When you raise hand, what happens is I can select people who have raised hand first. Yeah, Vamshidhar Prabhuji. Take any one of the 3 shlokas. Hare Krishna.
Ravini Mataji, go ahead.
Okay.
Thank you, Prabhu.
Bhagavan, Shri Bhagavan Uvacha Daivi Isha Gunamai Mama Maya Duratraya Mam Eva Ye Prapadyante Mayayam Etam Tarantati.
Ayam etam tarantite. Then next, Prasanna Chitta Prabhuji. Which one you want to read?
Yes, Mataji.
Which one?
Apareyam itastanyam prakritim vidhi me
Apareyam.
param.
Prabhuji. Apareyam. No, it is only Apareyam.
Apareyam. Apareyam itastanyam prakritim vidhi me param. Jiva bhutam mahabhavo yayedam daryate jagat.
Yayedam, not Yayedam. Oh, be wrong.
Yayedam.
Yayedam dharyate jagat. Why I'm making you all to read, so that it will become so like a habit ho jayega, na? Like when you
Okay,
are.
that dot means you have to say off, Mataji.
Yeah, Prabhuji.
That after yam there is one dot. For that you should say.
Here, Yayedam. This
Okay,
Yayedam. Yayedam. If it is not, that dot is not there, then how will you read? Yayeda. Or you can go through this dam. Yayedam. In English also it's given. Yes, Prabhuji, next. Biju Prabhuji. Yes. Which one you want to take?
Third, I'll go to the third one.
Third.
Okay. Shri Bhagavanu Vacha Bahunam Janmanam Ante Jnanavan Mam Prapadyate Vasudeva Sarvam Iti Sat Mahatma Sudarlabha.
Haribol, very nice. Who else? So many people are there, only 3 or 4 people are participating. Mataji, Rohini Mataji can also read one.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Yeah. Which one you want to read?
19 Mataji.
Yeah.
Shri Bhagavanuvacha Bahunam Janmanam Ante Jnanavan Mam Prapadyate Vasudeva Sarvamiti Samahatma Sudurlabha.
Haribol. Anybody else who wants to repeat?
Hare Krishna.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Shri Bhagavanuvacha Bahunam Janmanam Ante Jnanavan Mam Prapadyate Vasudeva Sarvamiti Sa Mahatma Sudurlabha.
Haribol. That's all? Okay, we'll stop here.
Okay, stop.
Manjula, you should raise hand, Mataji, otherwise I won't know. I'm just searching from where that sound is coming. You raise hand, that make a habit in any class also. First learn to raise hand. At least the teacher will know, because the audio is mute, video is mute. We are clueless, whether you're free or not. Yes, Sanju Mataji do, and who said Manjula Mataji was speaking, no? Yeah. Which one? You can take any of those 3, Mataji. Sanju Mataji, go ahead. Time up. I have to wind up.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Yes.
7.19 Shri Bhagavanu Vacha Bahunam Janmanamante Jnanavan Mam Prapadyante Vasudeva Sarvam Iti Sa Mahatma Sudurlabha.
Haribol. Yes. Mataji, who was saying she wanted to read? Manjula Mataji, no?
Mataji.
Please read.
Gavanuvacha Daivi Esha Gunamayi Mama Maya Duratyaya Mam Eva E Prapadyante Mayam Etam Tarantite. This divine consisting of the material nature is difficult to overcome, but those who have surrendered unto me can easily cross beyond it.
That you have to learn it, Mataji. Okay, now we will not go into the deep thing now because I don't have time and we are exceeding the limit also. That you can see every day when you read. Actually, the shloka has to be said in correct tone and that word has to be correctly said. Okay, we'll end the session. Vanchakalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhya vacha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo
Namo Namaha.
Who is going to say?
अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की
Very good.
जय,
Jai.
श्रीला प्रभुपाद की
Jai.
जय, गौतम की जय,
Jai.
ग्रंथराज भागवत गीता श्रीमद् भागवतम की
Jai.
जय.
What else?
All assembled devotees ki.
Yeah.
Premanande.
Okay. If you want, I'll send whatever I say. No, I have a written copy for kids I'd made. So that I will send. Okay. In the group. I'll send it to Rohini Mataji. You can share it in the group. Okay.